What's up, everybody, and welcome to Read the Bible with me. I am Stan Jr. with a very hoarse voice. So, if you're new here, go ahead and click subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell. If you are a Bible Club member, first, let me just say thank you for supporting this ministry and allowing it to be a ministry of helps to send missionaries and Bibles around the world. Amen. Thank you for your generous donation of $10 a month through the Patreon account. Cannot do it without you. I really cannot. So I'm thankful and grateful. If you are a Bible Club member, go ahead and click like on this video and leave a comment below so know you're here. Let's read chapter 8 of the book of 2 Kings together. It says, Now Elisha had said to the woman whose son he had restored to life, Arise and depart with your household and sojourn wherever you can. For the Lord has called for a famine, and it will come upon the land of 7 years. So the woman arose and did according to the word of the man of God. She went with her household and sojourned in the land of the Philistines 7 years. And at the end of the 7 years, when the woman returned from the land of the Philistines, she went to appeal to the king for her house and her land. Now the king was talking with Gehazi, the servant of the man of God, saying, Tell me all the great things that Elijah has done. And while he was telling the king how Elijah had restored the dead to life, behold, the woman whose son he had restored to life appealed to the king for her house and her land. And Gehazi said, My lord, O king, here is the woman, and here is her son, whom is the woman, and here is her son, whom Elisha restored to life. And when the king asked the woman, she told him. So the king appointed an official for her, saying, Restore all that was hers, together with all the produce of the fields, from the day that she left the land until now. So it's just what a beautiful providence of God, where he has this woman with her son, that her son had passed away, but Elijah had healed. And the servant Gehazi is telling the king about how Elijah healed this woman's son, and she walks up to appeal to the king. And so I thought that was really cool how the Lord set that up. Now the king says, well, please restore this woman back her stuff. God is so good. Now Elisha came to Damascus. Ben-Hadad, the king of Syria, was sick. And when it was told him, the man of God was come here, the king said to Hazael, Take a present with you and go to meet the man of God and inquire of the Lord through him, saying, Shall I recover from this sickness? So Hazael went to meet him and took a present with him, all kinds of goods of Damascus for camel loads, 40 camel loads. When he came and stood before him, he said, Your son Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, has sent me to you, saying, Shall I recover from the sickness? And Elijah said to him, Go, say to him, You shall certainly recover. But the Lord has shown me that he shall certainly die. And he fixed his gaze and stared at him until he was embarrassed. And the man of God wept. And Hazael said, Why does my Lord weep? He answered, Because I know the evil that you will do to the people of Israel. You will set on fire their fortresses, and you will kill their young men with the sword, and dash in pieces their little ones, and rip open their pregnant women. And Hazael said, What is your servant, who is but a dog, that he should do this great thing? Elijah answered, The Lord has shown me that you are to be king over Syria. When he departed from Elisha and came to his master, who said to him, What did Elisha say to you? And he answered, He told me that you would certainly recover. But the next day he took the bedcloth and dipped it in water and spread it over his face till he died. And Hazael became king in his place. In the 5th year of Joram, son of Ahab, king of Israel, when Jehoshaphat was king of Judah, Jehoram, the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, began to reign. He was 32 years old, and when he became king, he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem, and he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, as the house of Ahab had done. For the daughter of Ahab was his wife. And he did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. Yet the Lord was not willing to destroy Judah for the sake of David his servant, since he promised to give a lamp to him and to his sons forever. I always am grateful to God that God looks at other people down our line and says, oh, I'm going to bless them because of your faithfulness. I think that's a beautiful thing, and I'm grateful. And we don't deserve that, but I'm grateful for it. All right, and so in his days, we're almost done. In his days, Edom revolted from the rule of Judah and set up a king of their own. And Joram passed over to Zair with all his chariots and rose by night, and he and his chariots' commanders struck the Edomites who had surrounded him, but his army fled home. So Edom revolted from the rule of Judah to this day. Then Libnah revolted at the same time. Now the rest of the acts of Joram and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of Kings of Judah? So Joram slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. And Ahaziah, his son, reigned in his place. In the 12th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, began to reign. Ahaziah was 22 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Ahathaliah, she was the granddaughter of Omri, king of Israel. He also walked in the way of the house of Ahab and did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, as the house of Ahab had done, for he was son-in-law to the house of Ahab. He went with Joram, the son of Ahab, to make war against Ahaziah, king of Syria, at Ramoth Gilead. And the Syrians wounded Joram. The king of Joram returned to be healed in Jezreel of the wounds that Syrians had given him at Ramah. When he fought against Hazael, king of Syria, and Ahaziah, the son of Joram, king of Judah, went down to see Joram, the son of Ahab, to Jezreel, because he was sick. And that was chapter 8 of the book of 2 Kings. Thank you so much for reading with me and bearing with my soreness. It's coming. It's getting better every day. Well, it's getting better every day. That was gross, but it's getting better every day. My wife's taking good care of me, and I'm just glad that I can read the Bible with you today. Amen. Every day, one chapter a day. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully at the same time. We'll be reading chapter 9 of 2 Kings. God bless you. Peace.